What is up, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this Chill with Pete. It's a bit of a random one, really, because it wasn't planned. I haven't even started my new working week yet, or my next working week yet. And I did one yesterday, I think it was, for the previous week. But that's okay. I'm just so hyped because, as you know, this is where I just update on things, usually from the week, bullet point them and that kind of thing. I've got my trusty cup of coffee here, and I'm doing this in the kitchen at the moment, and the reason is because I want to be with Dylan. If you don't know who Dylan is my new dog. He is awesome, absolutely awesome. Right, bud? He just finished eating a pig's ear treat that I gave him. He's never had one before, but he was so good on his walk this evening, I wanted to treat him. I mean, when you get a new dog and they're young and you start training and you start your training from the ground up, sometimes it's hard to think, have they actually made any progress, or am I just, just going through the motions? And when I've looked back from, by the way, that's him drinking. You can hear him. He doesn't have to make a noisy slurp when he drinks. I'll show you him in due course, because he's my new buddy, but he has to be trained up, and before I lose my thread. Right, yeah. So I've known he's been doing well all along. He has been doing well. I know he has, because all I've had to do is look back from day one, look how far we've come with all the different things we're learning. Blimey, mate, you're thirsty, hey? Dripping around now. He's a Cypriot pointer. He got a new coat today. I don't know, because he's from Cyprus. I don't think it rains much over there, so he's never experienced the rain that much until he came here, I don't think. He doesn't like it at all. When we put his coat on him this morning, he was like, oh, get this off. I think he thought, is this a new game, or is this a new part of training we've got to do? What have I got to do with this? So he tried taking off. He's like, is this right? I'm undoing it, I'm like, no, you leave the coat, matey. And it wasn't until we got out in the rain that you could almost see on his face, stop me getting wet. I mean, obviously his head and tail still get wet, but I mean, his body, which is the hardest part to dry on most dogs I've had, stays dry. Brilliant. Anyway, as I was saying, I've just come back from the evening walk, and sometimes you get one of those key moments in training where you think, wow, I see a huge improvement here. Big, massive. All the noise you can hear is him playing, by the way. Right, bud. Hey, buddy. He's next to me now. He probably won't jump up because he knows he's not allowed to jump up, but he might do because he could see my face on the iPad. See, this is how unprepared I was for this video. I wasn't going to make this, so I'm using my iPad. It's the only thing I got down here, but I wanted to spend some time with him. Mrs. Mini Warzone's gone to a yoga class, so it's just me and him, so it won't be long before he goes to bed. But what's the date today? The 2nd of September 2024. I just wanted to say this is a day I noticed a huge improvement in his behavior, because he is a very reactive dog to other furries, particularly other dogs. And I've been going through the training with him to try and distract and leave and all the other good stuff. And, I see little small improvements, and every so often I think, I think he's slightly less reactive there than he was when we first got him. And, Mrs. Winnie Warzone agrees, and, that's good. But tonight, we went out down the path. Almost immediately, we're confronted by a huge, I don't know, his Great Dane, massive, like a horse, huge. Makes Dylan look small, and he's a big dog. just over the road, and they've met before, and they've had a like a blah, 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 blah. It's all excitement, thankfully, because the animal trainer that I've hired for his training, he asked for videos for the reactions that I've sent them over, and he said, "Ah, it's fine, it's perfectly fine. That is just excitement. There's no aggression there whatsoever, which is good for us. We can work with that." Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. So he's reacted to this dog before. Not a peep today. Yes, he was looking, and he was like, "Ooh." Not a sound, not a whimper, not a bark, nothing. Just walked, I just slowed down a little bit, let them walk on ahead and cross over, and that was fine. There is no way in hell he would have done that a week ago. No way in hell. No way. Then, the way I went, we ended up seeing that dog again, just as he was, I don't know, just about to go into his driveway, I'm thinking, but we were turning up a different road anyway. Again, Dylan looked. I wasn't too bothered, We went the other way, and that was fine. All this time, by the way, lovely, loose lead walking, brilliant, absolutely amazing. We go around this little way we walk sometimes on days like this when it's like rain and it's not that great. Nicer weather, we go somewhere different. There's loads of places to go around here. Anyway, coming down the other side around sort of like a circuit, really, we meet this Alsatian that, again, 2 days ago, day before yesterday, or it might have even been yesterday morning, very reactive to this dog, and they barking at each other, blah, 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 yeah. And I don't know if I don't know why, but so today they're literally over the road, crossing the road behind us, pretty close. So I'll get ready for the World War III. Dylan didn't instigate it at all. It was the other dog that started barking. Then he barked a few times, and I was able to distract him, move him off. Great, fantastic job. Then I took another route because I wanted to go to a different little gardens where there's a nice lot of smells for him to smell. Cause his big thing is smelling. That's his big reward. That's what he does. He sniffs. He loves to do that. And he's at the stage now where he will only sniff if I let him, But I thought he deserves some. I didn't have any treats on me, so I thought I'll get him somewhere with a nice lot of smells. That tires him out as well. So absolutely excellent. On the way there, we cross paths inches from another little dog. No reaction. Brilliant. I was like, "Oh, you're so good. That is amazing. Dude, that is awesome." Go around the gardens, do his sniffs, blah, blah, blah. On the way back, we see that Alsatian again. This time, he just looks. The Alsatian looks at him. He looks at the Alsatian. The Alsatian goes off. He was fine. Off we go. Back home, here now. And I'm bursting with pride at this point because it's like a culmination of all our hard work, effort paying off. And this is some of the moments that make it all worthwhile. Absolutely amazing. He learns really quickly. He's a quick learner. He learns really fast. The trainer said he's one of the fastest learning dogs he's ever worked with, which is great. So with Dylan, I'm not going to teach him tricks. I've done that before with dogs. Nothing. The time, that effort and time better spent in the obedience and all the safety stuff I need, especially in this day and age with all the different breeds of dog around, and especially around here where like every other person's got a dog, right? So I thought, I'm just gonna get the safety stuff done, the obedience stuff done, and enjoy our walks and beautiful, So, he sits, he stays. He leaves it inside in a controlled environment, or he'll leave stuff. You say leave it, he'll leave it outside if it's in the garden. Still working on it out and about, but that's coming, that's coming. He has done it a couple of times, but not every time. And his recall, we're still working on that. He's got a little bit. A few weeks ago, he had 0. He's got a little bit of recall now, so that's good. It's getting there. It's really getting there. It's coming on now. I'm just so proud of him, and I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life lately. Stuff I don't really want to talk about here, but suffice to say, life has been difficult, as it is for most people at some point. Life has been difficult. It's been a difficult few months, not just for me, for my wife. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it, but it's been very difficult. But I have to say, Dylan has been he's been like a breath of fresh air. He's so fundamental to keep us grounded, centered in the moment, and it's really, really helped me in so many ways. I've lost almost a stone in weight. That's from the walks. I'm not eating any differently. It's just from the walking, so he's helping me physically, he's helping me mentally, and emotionally as well. Since the loss of my last pal, Rufus, I've been lost. I'll be honest, I've been lost, and it's brought up some other unpleasantness from my past life. That again, I'm not going to go into. But suffice to say, Dylan has helped me with that as well. So thank you, Dylan. I just wanted to make this video as a chill so that I can look back, because it's kind of documenting how well he's done. And I can say, yeah, look, that was a key moment when he was able to do that. I went for a walk on my own. Usually Mrs. Minnie Wasn't with me. Do it together. But sometimes when she's like at yoga or whatever, there are times, obviously, when I will walk him on my own. And it's, with the two of you, it's easy to manage with, stuff. But today, it was raining, but we had our coats on, and it was a pleasant walk. I was chilled, he was chilled, and we were loosely walking all the way. When I first had him, he used to pull like a freight train. And it was like putting on my arm was on fire by the time I thought, I can't do this all the time. I'll have to get a dog walker, because I cannot keep him tense, pulling like that. He's so strong. He's a very strong dog. Probably the strongest dog I've ever owned. He's got huge feet as well, so he's got, when he centers his gravity, he's a tank, basically. If he wants to go somewhere, he's going there. But not now. Not now. That's not the case anymore, because walks to heel, looks to us, whether it's myself, my wife, didn't even look at us to start with, when we were out, because he was like, it was so much for him to input and process. And so that's a big chunk of this update, is about my new dog. Had him 2 months now. He's come so far in 2 months. He's just making his bed now. Bless you. Bless you, Dylan. I love you. Oh, I love you. I will show you him at some point. But he's amazing. I love dogs. I love him. Him and the cat is going to take some time, but the way he's come on in leaps and bounds with his other stuff, I'm confident, super confident, that eventually they will be quite tolerant of one another, and he will be, calm around him. I just don't want him barking and chasing him and frightening him or whatever. And equally so, I don't want the cat, attacking him and scratching his eye or whatever, and ended up having to go to the vets. I don't want that. So they're still separate at the moment, but in time, the trainer says it's going to take a long time with those two, I think, but it will come. Ooh, that's just my tap. Yeah, so I'm just going to have a sip of coffee and then talk about something else. So, you may have seen on my last video, which I put up, I got myself the Scotland Yard board game. I haven't had a look at it yet. Check the contents. It might not all be there, or it might be a rubbish game. I don't know, but I'm excited, super excited to try it. Anyway, for £3.50, I thought that's worth a punt, isn't it? In a charity shop. That's what I love about this place as well. Charity shops do lots of games here, I notice. Yeah, they do the usual puzzles and things like that. When I'm old and decrepit, I'm thinking of getting into jigsaws, because if I do, I'll have an endless supply with the charity shops around here. No more like that'll be when they stop doing them, but I don't think so. Right, yeah, so I got that. I got my box of Terminators out, my Chaos Terminators, which I haven't had that long, actually. I'm going to paint them up. I'm going to be painting them for all the Terminators I get now. I'm going to be painting up for Space Hulk. I want to do different factions for Space Hulk. And I've got another box set for Lost Patrol. It's like the Space Hulk in the jungle, really, with scouts. And I'm going to see if I can track down some more scouts. I might have a box somewhere. And paint different factions of scouts. Doesn't have to be Blood Angels all the time, does it? You know, and yeah, I'd like to do that. I just would, for my own amusement, you know. And I've secured. It hasn't arrived yet, but I have bought Deathwatch Overkill. Is it called the Space Marine version? Because tactical turn-based games, basically. It's that with Space Marines. So the Lost Patrol is with Scouts, Deathwatch Overkill is with the Deathwatch, obviously the Space Marine Deathwatch company, and then the Space Hulk is with the Terminators. So, yeah. Space Hulk is my favourite Games Workshop boxed game out of all the ones I've played. And I do like Necromunda, and I like the concept of it as well. Kill Team, yeah, it's alright. Yeah, Kill Team, yeah, take it or leave it. But or just my seat. Let's check it on the dog. Yeah, so, and I haven't got that many miniatures left on my bench. And I said that once they're done, I'm going to be starting the Terminators, get back into some Warhammer stuff. So looking forward to that. That'll be good. Next week, I am on holiday. This weekend coming, it's the Carnival weekend, and it looks like weather might be okay. And I'm praying and hope that it will be. Because last year was fantastic, absolutely amazing. Dinner will be gone to bed. He goes to bed about 7, and we can't stay up too late ourselves because we're up at 5:15 every morning, taking him out around 5:30. We don't. There's no point showering before we take him, because by the time we come back, we're a sweaty mess. So we'll just chuck some clothes on, take him out for a walk, and then come back and shower, and then start our day. That's how we've been doing it. So seems to be working out fine, and that's what we're going to continue to do. Yeah, so that is good. I'm pretty stoked. I'm enthusiastic for my hobby future. I lost quite a bit of enthusiasm recently, and I recently watched Who Took My Dice, Ultramarines and Beyond's video about where he's going to go next and what he's going to do, and it just got me thinking. I've been in a bit of a rut myself. I've lost. I haven't had the interest. I've had too much going on in my life. Too many worries and stressful things happening, and it took its toll. It really did. But nothing's changed in my life. But apart from Dylan, and I'm starting to look forward to things again. Wanting to do hobby stuff. And as Dylan's getting more used to our family routines, do you know what I mean? What we do, when we do it, and what times, and what is expected of him. He's getting all used to that. My windows for being able to do hobby stuff is getting bigger and bigger and back to where it was again. So that is super fantastic. I'm very happy with that. So all good there. I think I might just upload this video as is raw. No, apart from the thumbnails and that, because it's just being recorded on my iPad, and I thought, well, just I wasn't gonna do it. I was gonna do a video upstairs, but I thought, so at the moment, Dylan, he's not allowed upstairs. He would just cause chaos, and there's no shame in that. There's plenty of room downstairs for him, and the cat needs the upstairs anyway for his safety zones and his personal safe space. So, yeah, I was gonna make a video up there. I thought, he's been so good tonight. I don't want to leave him, even though he's curled up in bed now. He might snore in a minute. He does snore a little bit, not loud, but so cute. He gets, and because of his background and what he's been through, it's so sweet when I see him snore, because it means he's content and he feels safe, and that means a lot to me. Like I say, with his background, because he is a rescue dog, like I say, from Cyprus. He had a really, really rough start, but now he's living his best life in the best place for me, and people are coming. My daughter's coming up for the weekend for the carnival, and to stay a couple of days, and she likes coming up to see him. She saw him the other week. She fell in love with him. A friend of ours came up just to see Dylan. Actually came down because she was going back home, but she called in, like I did a detour, just called in to see him specifically, and I think other people are going to do the same. Well worth it. He's great with people, and I don't want to keep you from your hobby, whatever it is you're doing. I hope you're having a good day. I hope your hobbies are going well, your projects, whatever you're working on. Please give my videos a thumbs up if you can. Be nice to get. Watching Steve's video, saying that I'm the last person to give advice, because my videos don't get a lot of views, and I'm not in it to make money. Obviously, it's my therapy. It's my hobby. But it's nice to see a little bit of increase in the old analytics, isn't it? Now and again, lift your heart, I think. Anyway, do remember, all brushes lead to war, because there's going to be a lot more painting coming soon, and I will see you guys on another video. Bye for now. Bye bye.